Transcendence.
Hello, and welcome to Storied Sounds, a show about transcendence.
For many people, transcendence probably means something like being beyond comprehension, perhaps exceeding or surpassing the usual limits, or ending up with something far better or greater than what would normally result.
And maybe even moving beyond the universe or material existence. But what if transcendence is both bigger and smaller than all those definitions?
What if transcendence is simply about change from one state to another? Rare and precious and often happening without our awareness in myriad ways.
Storied Sounds is about this. It's a show about transcendence.
So it could mean to make something out of the suffering in life, overcoming an obstacle, replacing a bad habit with a good one, or pushing ourselves to be a little bit better.
It might be struggling with the construct of race or gender or family, perhaps shifting to a new way of thinking about something that connects each and every one of us together.
Or breaking a paradigm that no longer serves us collectively.
Transcendence could mean beating addiction or some other demon, or escaping a family member or friend's addiction through an obsession with boy bands or video games.
It might be escaping domestic violence, or a personal story of beating the odds, or of the odds beating us.
It could be a couple making it through their first fight, or working on changing the belief that has kept us at arm's length from love. Transcendence might be about choosing to end the relationship, or job, or story that makes it impossible to further develop our potential.
It could be having an out-of-body experience, a spiritual journey, an experience with death, or just continuing to grapple with something that seems intent on breaking us.
It's as simple as a beautiful piece of music and a self-reflective moment that sends us soaring.
It's as complex as a last chance at redemption.
For us at Storied Sounds, about transcendence is about strengthening one of the most valuable human traits, empathy.
We seek to create it through different stories on this shared theme from a multitude of perspectives. Because everyone deserves dignity.
Deserves to find themselves in a narrative that gives them comfort, that they do not suffer alone.
If we don't learn how to own the stories in our lives, they end up owning us instead. And when you hold only a single story, you hold only a small portion of the richness that's available to you. In her TED Talk, Nigerian author Chimamanda Adichie warns of the danger of a single story. She tells us stories matter. Many stories matter. Stories have been used to dispossess and to malign.
But stories can also be used to empower and to humanize. Stories can break the dignity of a people, but stories can also repair that broken dignity.
When we reject the single story, when we realize that there is never a single story about any place, we regain a kind of paradise.
Yeah, that. See, any life has inherent value, to be found in its meaning and extracted as that life's legacy. But you don't have to be somebody to lead a story-worthy life. You already are.
Stories are the great equalizer, transcending any class, race, or perceived boundary that separates someone from anyone else.
These stories are the tie that binds.
Storied Sounds seeks to help you find yourself in other people's stories, in the legacies they want to leave us with.
To close the distance between you and me, us and them. To include everyone so that we exclude no one.
Our job is to capture tales that offer you, the listener, a dose of homeopathic catharsis to make into your own transcendent experiences, where, in the muddle of existence, you, the listener, and the characters in our show somehow manage to break through the noise and engage with each other.
where both you and our characters explore higher values in these moments and emerge on the other side with a deeper glimpse of what it means to be human on this crazy journey of life. Now, we aren't some idealistic astro hippies on an esoteric philosophic podcasting bender or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We just want to try to do stuff that matters, and this is our attempt at that.
In the end, these stories are about you. Universal tales of your struggling with existence and making meaning out of the suffering to make it all worthwhile.
To end up in a different place than you started. Hopefully a better place. Oh, and one more thing.
Quotes. That's right. We are a podcast with quotes. Quotes like this one. Take it away, Sam.
To live on a day-to-day basis is insufficient for human beings. We need to transcend, transport, escape. We need meaning, understanding, and explanation. We need to see overall patterns in our lives. We need hope, the sense of a future, and we need freedom, or at least the illusion of freedom, to get beyond ourselves. Whether with telescopes and microscopes and our ever-burgeoning technology, or in states of mind that allow us to travel to other worlds, to rise above our immediate surroundings. Oliver Sacks.
Are you ready? Here we go.